Dear loved ones, we are the Master Teachers. We welcome you. Let us begin by increasing the frequency. As we increase the frequency, increasing your ability to be here now, increasing the brain, increasing your capacity to be open, and increasing love, increasing opening up the heart center. As we work together with you now, dear loved ones, please understand that when we are working with you, we are reflecting back to you what you are and what you know. And you are now in this place of great expansion, this place of immense expansion. And we would like to speak with you now about this level of expansion and what literally is happening during this expansion. There is let us call it a funnel, a passing of a major event that is now in the beginning of happening. And what is happening during the next couple of years, as all of you know so well, is that the people of Earth are going through a major awakening. The veils are lifting. You are finding out about secret government projects. You are finding out about alien races. You are finding about your spouses having affairs. All of the veils are lifting. There is the, let us call it the tidal wave of higher frequency which exposes information. It is like a giant flashlight, like a giant fire is burning and spreading a great deal of light, allowing for information to come to the fore. Now, as we talk about this again, let us increase the frequencies. And as we increase the frequencies, dear loved ones, understand that we always have and always will. We always are speaking from a place of unconditional love, always speaking about fearlessness and non-judgement. And within that understanding, please listen to what we have to say. You, of course, will understand according to the level, according to the perspective, according to the place where you are right now in your lives. And as you know, when we speak, each person hears their own words. They hear what they need to hear. And they also receive the energy which they need to receive, which they are able to receive now. So again, let us increase the frequencies. And let us explain that the people now of Earth, the various beings of Earth, as you come from many different places and many different so-called systems, even as you see looking around you, you come from different racial groups, different religious groups, different social groups, different economic groups. You are already a diverse world. But also you are diverse in that you carry the DNA or the genetic information also from different off-planet races. These off-planet races also have what you would call different socio-economic groups, different religions, different spiritual outlooks, etc., etc. There are different codes of living. Now we, the Master Teachers, are not here to have an opinion of whether this code or that code is the right code. We have discerned what is the code that we choose to live by, and as an organization, as a confederation, as a galactic federation, as a group, as a council, we have come together. We do come from different, what you call different galaxies, different planets, different star systems, different dimensions. We come from different forms of entity. And we have come together to form a group because we share similar ideas of what is a, let us say, respectful way to live. Within our confederation, within our group, within what we represent to you now, the people of Earth, we share what we call non-judgement. We share what you called here fearlessness. We also share this understanding of oneness, that we all originate from the same source. And this does include what you would call the negative or for self, and those beings that are here in what we would call the gracious living of joy. So as these two sides, which you commonly refer to as evil and good, or as light and dark, what we refer to as perhaps these two polarities, these polarities only exist in a particular dimensional bandwidth. Beyond that bandwidth, these polarities, this light and dark, no longer exists. What you are now experiencing here on earth is a true, outright battle between what you call light and dark. This is happening, as you know, on the earth plane, with human people fighting literally out wars across borders, about politics, about land masses, about religions, about ideals. It is also happening on a very private and personal level, within households, within communities where people are aggressing each other, killing each other, etc., etc. Violence is completely normal on your planet. You switch on your television, every single channel you will find a violent program. The normalization of violence, the normalization of certain behaviors. Dear loved ones, this is not normal behavior for you. If you are listening to us, if you are sharing with us this delightful joy of being alive on this planet, violence to you is not normal. The taking of another life is not normal. There are various codes that you live by, and these codes are what we too live by. And we are here now working together with you on earth. You might consider us angels, guardian angels, your protectors. These are all words that we hear you using, that we do not particularly use. But these are words that you use to understand us. What we are doing, dear people, now is we are in very, very many different ways. We are pushing and supporting these codes of life. We are pushing and supporting the people that are working so hard to bring these codes into normalcy, into normal life. So what has happened on this earth is there has been a very, very forceful takeover of the people of earth, the introduction of all of these violent means which are not intrinsic to you, and you will find that science, religion, all forms of factual science have been forced down your throat, telling you that this is reality, that this is normal. From your Darwinian theories of survival of the fittest to all of the other, let us say what it is, bullshit that you have been fed through straws directly into your brain, brainwashing you on a daily basis that this is normal, that this is normal, that this is normal. Look at your mythology. Look at all of the forms of entertainment coming out of your Hollywood. Look at all the forms of entertainment coming to you through popular culture. Look at what is happening through all of the microwaves, should you be clear enough to see. And you will understand that there is a mass brainwashing of society on many, many different levels. You are literally being attacked. Attacked through the air, attacked through the airwaves, attacked through the food, attacked through the education programs, attacked through the religious programs, attacked through the societal programs that have been inbred generation after generation. Dear loved ones, how many people do you know that have been sexually abused, that have been incested, These numbers are off the charts, dear loved ones. This is not normal human behavior. It is not a part of your light being. It has been introduced to you and it has taken over this human race. And this is the crucial point. During the next 2 years, 1999, 1998, is where many of these changes began to take place. We are taking back even earlier to the mid-80s, but now where we are in 2015, after the major shift that occurred here in 2012. 2015, 2016, 2017, dear loved ones, look at the skies. Look what is happening to your air. Look at your countries. Look what is happening to the military-industrial complex. Look what is happening to the corporations in your countries. Look what is happening to the personal right of each human individual. Why are there people on earth that have not been fed? Why are there people on earth that do not have water? When there is plenty of water and plenty of food on this planet for every single being to exist. Human beings, true human beings, divine beings of light, respect life. They live in community. They want to share. They are not possessive. They are not greedy. They are full of love. And what is happening now is very, very dramatically and drastically for most people, and for others it will be a very subtle change. But this earth is absolutely shifting its frequency, and with this shift each and every human being will have to make the decision, will have to discern what is right for me to do. What is right for me to do? Do I run and hide from the saber-toothed tiger? Do I stand up and fight for my right? Do I just radiate love in every direction to every being all of the time? What is it? What is it that you will do now when the veils are lifting, when the information becomes unbearable? Has this really been happening? Have the people of earth been lied to? Have they been continuously held behind the curtain? And many of you will think, how could I have been so stupid? How could I have not seen all of these layers of deception? And dear loved ones, the big spiritual question is, why is this happening? And why is it happening to you? Why is it happening to you in your personal life, and why is it happening in the global scene? And why are you here now, and what is your role to play? And we have said this for the last 20 years in all of our public groups as we have been channeling through this being that you know as Astria. Every single time we speak, we raise the frequencies. We raise the frequencies and remind you of who you are and what you are. And that you are a leader here, that you are a teacher here. You are a teacher of love. You are here as a teacher of the way of love. And this love is the way, but it is not necessarily the way for every single being now. And this, dear loved ones, is something that we have not spoken before in public about. There is now let us call it a split. There is now a time to recognize, although we are all oneness, although we are all here together, there is a shift. And that shift, dear loved ones, is a shift that we have such great difficulty in speaking to you about. Because the shift means that although we are all one and we are all connected, There is a split now in the timeline. There is a split now where people will need to make a choice in which direction they would like to head. And the direction is entirely based on fear. Fear will be the marker in the road. If you are afraid, if you are unable to be here and to be loved, if you are still ruled by fear, if you are still ruled by greed, if money is the object of your life and you are fearful, there is only one direction that you can go in, and it will not be the same direction as those that choose fearlessness and love. So, dear loved ones, as we are at this crossroad over the next 2 years, you will see these major decisions. They will be happening in couples. They will be happening in families. They will be happening in communities, and they will be happening across borders, across the world, and they will be happening on and off the planet. And believe us when we say that there are plenty of people that will choose each direction. And there are plenty of off-world beings that will choose each direction and support those directions. And this does not mean that the world is not one, but this oneness is happening on a dimensional level that is far, far, far beyond where all of this now is playing out. And we hear the call of the light workers, we hear their call, their desperate call of yes, but we wish to bring all being with us into the light. We know what greatness this light is. But dear loved ones, this is still a judgment call. To call the light the best, the very best and the only way is also a judgment. So there needs to be an acceptance here, an acceptance where whatever is chosen by each being is exactly what needs to happen for that being. Not everybody right now on this planet is hardwired for love. And not everybody on this planet right now is hardwired for fear. But some are and some are not. And this now, dear loved ones, is this split. So where there is fear in your life, wherever there is fear, there is a little hook, a little catch, a place that can grow. And fear is food. It is food for other beings that choose to control you. So wherever there is any fear in your being, dear loved ones, allow it now to be resolved, allow it to be seen, and allow it to become wisdom instantaneously, and allow it to become love. So that your being is smooth with no hooks of fear. There is nothing for you to be afraid of. When you stand, when you align in the place of love, there is nothing to be afraid of. You cannot be annihilated because you are beginningless and endless and you are divine light. Nothing can happen to you because you are a continuum of love, a continuum of light. And because of this, you resonate at a very high frequency. And when you embrace this now, dear loved ones, you will be radiating at such high frequency. And you will literally repel objects. You will repel beings away from you that do not share this frequency of love. And in this way, you will unite and come together with the beings of love on this planet. It is the time now for this coming together, this unification of the beings of love. And allow those beings that are not able to be in this place of love, allow them to be. Allow them to be in their own place, in their own dimension, allowing them with respect to be where they need to be. This is not a hierarchy. This is not we are better than you or you are better than us. It is simply the end of slavery, and it is the time for the people of Earth to be free, to be completely free, to stand in their sovereign field and know who they are, and allow this planet now to escape from this enslavement and become a glowing, enriched planet of divine light, which is what it is originally. And the earth will project into this high frequency instantaneously. And there is not separation, so to speak. And these all sound so simple, these words, but it is very, very subtle. What it is that there is a respect and there is this allowance. There is an allowance of freedom. Let us increase the frequencies. We thank you. We are the Master Teachers. We are complete.